Hey everybody, I am going to cut up a pineapple tonight, so I thought I would come on here and do it. Y'all know I just went to Hawaii, and poor Lindsay and I tried to cut that one up in Hawaii, and that knife was so dull, we about hacked that thing to death. So I'm going to try it now. I can't even remember how we did it, but I do know one thing that I learned was that these tops are supposed to just twist off. Let's see if I can twist it off. Oh, look at there. I always cut this off. I never knew you could just twist this off. Look at that, y'all. And the price tag is still on it. But look at that. A lot of people will use this for like centerpieces, you know, at like showers or something, the middle of the fruit tray or something, but we're not. I'm going to toss this. Okay, now my cutting board, I got to make sure my cutting board's all clean. Now, they said there's no right or wrong reason or way to cut a pineapple. A lot of people do it a lot of different ways. I've always just kind of sliced it down to get all the thing off, and then cut the core out later. Now, I did buy this. This was called a pineapple knife. It wasn't very expensive at all. And they were cutting they cut it and then cut this part off, the skin off, with this pineapple knife. But I don't know. I'm gonna try to cut down like this first to see. I'm just curious of this pineapple knife. If it's gonna yeah, I don't think it's gonna do. Now, that ain't gonna cut the mustard. We are going to, here comes Tony in the front door now. All right, let's start over. All right, so I think the best thing is to have a big old sharp knife, y'all. And we're just gonna basically cut that off, and you can cut as much of that brown out as you want. Sometimes you got to cut in a little bit closer to get all that brown off. But this is usually how I used to cut a pineapple. And I'll come back and get more of that brown off. But if you got a good sharp knife, you can do it like this, I think. And then cut this up through here. I don't know if chickens like pineapple or not. I guess I could take these scraps down to them, but I think tonight I'm just going to throw them away because I just took them a great big watermelon scrap. Let me see about this little pineapple knife now. I haven't used it since we got home. Oh yeah, it'll cut out like this. I want to see where that core is, so I'm just going to go around through here and get this down here. This thing is pretty sharp to be such a little cheap knife. Let me just lay it down like this so I can get it off like that. Because that core is kind of tough. I'm going to cut that core with this big knife. All right. Now, my nose is itching. You can do the other side. I'm going to go ahead and just chop all this off of here. And cut this down through here. Get you a nice flat bottom so you can see what's going on. And you can see that core in there. So your pineapple is all this good stuff. All right, now I'm just going to go around and I'm going to use the pineapple knife to actually cut closer in to get all them little things off of there. I want the good part of the pineapple. I don't want any of these little brown spots. All right, let me go around and get all these brown spots off. Alright, all there's left to do is slice it. So I'm just going to get as close to that core. They said you could even eat the core, but we don't. We don't eat the core. But you can if you wanted to, I guess. So I'm just going to go around through here and slice it close as I can to that core. This is a ripe one. Another thing they told us about pineapples is when they pick them, they are ripe. So if you set it on your counter and you think you're going to let it ripen up more, it will never ripen anymore. It's ripe when they pick it. So that's good to know. Alright, all is left to do is just to slice it up in little pieces, and then I pick it up with a knife and I'm dumping it into a gallon-sized baggie. Just like this. And there you have it.